Oh wait, no, I am live. Oh crap! I thought I had to check if I was live or not. Yeah, no, I thought I had to manually do it through YouTube. My bad. All right. So, the speakers are not working. Oh, it's on the audio system. Is this my speaker? There we go. But yeah, hello everyone. This is today's Umineko stream. I thought I was gonna be starting off this stream with setting up my new microphone. I don't know when exactly those deliveries getting here. Like, I'm watching the delivery status on my laptop. I'm not my laptop, on my computer right now. And it seems like the truck's route is just going everywhere but my house. Yeah, it seems like the truck's going anywhere but my house. So I'm probably going to be using the old Hyper... Oop. I had a bunch of wires on my desk since I had all the wires ready for the microphone. But yeah, I'm going to be using my old HyperX microphone for today's stream for the most part because I have no clue when exactly my microphone's going to be coming in. Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised that it's going to be late since I did also pay for the expedited shipping. Like, I knew I shouldn't. Like, I should have just done the free shipping because it's late. Even with the expedited shipping, it's late. So I'm probably going to have to ask for at least some money back on the expedited shipping. Because, yeah, I don't want to pay for expedited shipping if my package is literally going to get here right during the exact day free shipping would have started. This sounds like a ridiculous complaint to start off stream with, but I am a little bit confused about how exactly this package is going to be delayed. Like, there's also a few other things about the way that it was shipped that I have a lot of questions for, but I can't go into that information since there's like a lot of personal information. But it kind of went over my area, was like basically it was 4 hours away from my location, and then it got sent to a location 8 hours away from my location, and then finally it got sent to a location that was an hour away from where I lived before it finally got delivered. I have no clue how FedEx works. Like, literally there was a process center an hour from my house, but instead of sending it to there, they sent it somewhere 8 hours away first and then to the location an hour away from my house. It's a weird way to start the stream and a weird complaint, but I shake my fist at FedEx. Thing is, I didn't have a choice. Like, I usually go for USPS or UPS, but FedEx was the one that this particular package is going to be sent through. Yeah, no, there's no way this microphone's going to be sent on time for the start of the stream, so I might just start with my old microphone, but as soon as the new one comes in, I'm going to be basically dipping out of the stream for like a few minutes just to pick up the package. Because damn, I thought I was gonna have a new microphone for the start of the stream. Gotta love FedEx. I can't be too angry though because it's not really like the driver's fault. Like, it's not the driver's fault at all. He's just basically following something that's on his car's like navigation system, so he's following what he's doing on his navigation system, but the way that FedEx was setting my package around was really weird. I think it's like an infrastructural thing about how exactly their routes are being done or how their packages are being shipped. It's something weird that I don't know how to begin explaining. Either way though, I'm basically going to be using my old microphone for the beginning of the stream. Even though I would have loved to start out the stream with opening up my new microphone and just setting it up live. But we have to wait on that too. But hey, we're here for Umineko, not for a microphone setup stream. An unintentional microphone setup stream. Oh yeah, I should probably announce that we're live. But yeah, I hope that everyone's having a good day today. Outside of the microphone going to be very late compared to what I pay for expedited shipping, my day's actually been going pretty well. Yep, outside of the very first world problem I was bringing up earlier. I curse FedEx though. I'm like refreshing like the status map. Like it could be a case where the more I look at it, the less likely it's going to be shipped. So if I don't look at it, it'll be shipped faster. Like that makes any sense at all. Alright. Oh wait. I'm not hearing any audio from the game. Uh-oh. I was gonna play some music for the beginning banter, but oh wait, I opened up the game before I changed audio output. That's why it was not working. Because yeah, we're gonna hear seagulls when I reopen it. There we go. Alright. Actually, instead of sitting here waiting for my package to arrive, I'm just gonna play the last 20 minutes of the previous episode, since, yeah, I basically, for the previous chapter, I actually ended it 20 minutes early because I thought I heard the glass break sound effect. It was only a sound effect, it was actually not the end of the chapter, so I could actually, start off this stream with, you know, actually finishing the end of the previous chapter we were on before going on to the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for the start of the stream as I wait for my package to arrive. Alright, it should be actually arriving pretty soon. Let's see how far we get before the package comes. The inside of my nose itched. I never regained consciousness to a smell before. Oh, we're gonna see Featherine. We're back. We're back at Featherine's house. Slowly, I opened my eyes. Wait, when did I lose consciousness in the first place? I don't remember going to sleep, or falling unconscious. That's right. Burn Castle invited me to come to a place better for drinking tea. That's when my memory gets hazy. And since the smell of black tea is what woke me up. This makes me want to drink some black tea right now. I don't even know if I have leaves for black tea, actually. No, I don't. I don't have leaves for black tea, damn. Man, I actually want black tea right now. Oh, well, Aurora's. Oh, wow.
紅茶の趣味がいいことだけはたとえあいつであっても認めざるを得ないところだわ。
Does our aura remind you of anyone, Burn Castle? I was sitting on what appeared to be a sofa in a dimly lit study. Burn Castle sat across from me, and right before my eyes was a beautiful cup filled with hot, steaming tea.
ここは確か
I remembered. I've been here before. Wasn't it? Ah yes, losing consciousness, a common occurrence when dealing with aliens. Aliens? Aliens?
久しぶりだな、人の子よ。
Oh. I wonder who this is. Yes, that voice. Just hearing it brings back memories.
久しぶりじゃない。我が主。
It's been a while. Did she appear in episode 7? Or...
そなたを再び我が書斎に招けるとは思わなかったぞ。
Yeah, I think she was introduced in episode 7, but it's been like a long time since I last saw Featherina in the game. I think this is the first time she's shown up in episode 8 so far?
まさかそなたたちのゲームにまだ続きがあろうとはな。続きなんて甘いものじゃない。
これが本当の最後のピリオドのゲームよ。
This was a study of Featherine Augustus Aurora, the majestic witch of theater-going, drama, and spectating. Once in the past, I was summoned by her in order to be her reader, her Miko.
まさか私をまた朗読役に？
そなたを呼んだのは私ではない。我が巫女がそなたと私を引き合わせたのだ。
何のために？
Okay.
決まってるじゃない。あんたに真実に至るための道しるべを示すためよ。フェザリーヌが私に示してくれるの？
私は感激の魔女だ。舞台の上の役者に干渉することはあまり好まぬのだがな。
バトラの退屈な芝居を感激するのと、私の手による運命の分岐を司る刺激的な芝居を感激するのと、どっちを好むのかしら。
Wait, are we gonna get the choice, or is it gonna choose for us this time?
退屈に1分1秒だって耐えられないくせに。
Oh, this was to Featherine, not to Ange. Yeah, if you know Featherine and Hanyu's background, that's what they basically are. Aliens. Oh, wait, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, I've read a little bit about the aliens in Higurashi. However, I have actually not read that part of Higurashi yet. Like, I know that there's aliens involved in one of the side stories of Higurashi. Like, in the, I think it was like the PS3 version of the game, but, yeah, outside of that, I actually don't have a lot of information about the alien end of the When They Cry series. I probably should read the bonus chapters of Higurashi, to be honest. As Featherine rocked her rocking chair, she looked up at the ceiling and chuckled. She clearly holds some key to the truth I seek.
鍵を握っているのは文字通りそなたではないか。
Ange's key.
私にできるのはその鍵で開けることのできる鍵穴を教えることだけだ。人の子よ。
So, from what I'm taking from this is, it seems like we're going to be the ones to decide whether or not Ange opens the door. I don't remember saying anything out loud, but Featherine answered my question as though I had. Come to think of it, that's right. Featherine can read the thoughts of a mere child, a man like me, as easily as she can hear me speak. Well, I guess that'll help us get to the point quicker. That's good.
この鍵はお兄ちゃんがくれた。でも使うべき時に使い方がわかるみたいなことを言って、何に使えばいいのか教えてくれなかったわ。
The answer is when the prompt of the game comes up.
あんたたちは知ってるの？この鍵は何？お兄ちゃんはとても大切なものだと言っていた。
我が巫女よ、説明せよ。
いやよ。あんたが説明しなさい。
主に説明をさせようというのか？
たまにはその程度の舞台参加もしなさいよ。ボケ防止にいいわよ。
やれやれ。エンジェの朗読の時に久々の舞台を堪能したので、もう数百年は十分だと思っていたのだがな。
教えて。この鍵は何なの？
そなたの決断を具現化したものだ。この物語は、ゲームはそなたにある決断を求めることで終わりを迎える。
Okay, so there will actually be a decision about Angie's choice for the end of the game, whether or not she opens the door. This is what I'm believing this is leading to.
その決断するという行為を鍵の形に具現化したものがそなたのそれだ。
And the key is like metaphorical for unlocking the truth that Angie will believe in.
私の決断を具現化したもの。そういうこと。最終的にあんたはおそらくバトラからその鍵で開けられる2枚の扉の前に立たされ、どちらの扉を開くか選択を迫られるでしょうね。それくらいは聞かされてる？何も教えてくれない。しかるべき時が来ればみたいなことしか言わないの。お兄ちゃんも誰も何も教えてくれない。
バトラはそなたの自由意志による選択を尊重したいのであろうな。
でもエンジェ、もううすうすは気づき始めてるんじゃない？何を？バトラはあんたに選ばせたい答えがあるんじゃない？
Those words made my heart jump in my chest. It was what I had been thinking. Oni-chan is clearly trying to trick me with a vague tale, almost like a daydream. That'll take me even farther away from the truth. At the 1986 family conference, everyone had a wonderful time as they faded away. Everyone is smiling down on you from heaven, so you don't need to feel alone, even in 1998. So give it your all and live on by yourself. I've clearly sensed Oni-chan's desire to end it like that. Every time I ask him about it, he dodges the issue and says something about how the decision will be mine in the end.
その通りよ。バトラは一見あなたに公平な選択肢を与えるように見えて、実際はあなたにはっきりとある一方の選択肢を選ばせようと画策している。そのための茶番のような物語をあなたはすでに延々と見せられているでしょう。
That bizarre Halloween party, with everyone acting so strange and friendly that it was almost sickening. I've already seen more than enough of that tale. So sickly sweet it makes me want to vomit. Where Shiomiya Kinzo showered me with affection, where his children swore to support each other, where everyone was filled with happiness and hope. It seems like Burn Castle's eating some popcorn.
仲良し小良しで煙に巻いて私を真実から遠ざけようとしている。お兄ちゃんは卑怯だわ。
確かにそなたから見れば卑怯とも呼べよう。しかし思い出すがよい。そなたはこのゲームのプレイヤーであり、バトラがゲームマスターだというなら、それは何を意味するというのか。
かつてバトラはプレイヤーで、ベアとはゲームマスターだったわ。そして二人はそれぞれの真実のために戦ったわ。そして今度は私がプレイヤーでゲームマスターはお兄ちゃんだわ。
Could it be that I've misunderstood everything from the very beginning? Oni-chan said he'd tell me what happened on that day. So I assumed that following him meant I learned everything. Isn't that the same as, say, Oni-chan accepting everything Beato said about the crimes being the work of a witch? What a stupid mistake I've been making.
このゲームは私とお兄ちゃんの戦いのゲームだったの？
それを理解せずにゲームに臨んでいたとは驚きだ。
Right. Ultimately, it's Ange's decision on what to do with her second life. Her miracle, despite Burn screwing her over with how it can end badly. Okay. I'm liking the direction this is taken.
バトラは狡猾だわ。それをあんたに理解させずに最後のゲームをさっさと始めてしまった。まあかつてのベアとのゲームもそうだったわ。バトラはわけもわからないうちに彼女のゲームに巻き込まれていた。戦い方さえわからずにね。だから私が教えたわ。今度も同じよ。わけのわからないうちにゲームを始められてしまったあんたに、私は教えに来たのよ。
I do get a sense of manipulation from Burn's end, though. Because Beatrice's game was definitely one that where the player is trying to propose that a human did the crimes. Meanwhile, Beatrice, the game master, was trying to prove that that magic did the crime. Meanwhile, that whole time, Beatrice wanted Balor to come to the truth about her existence. To a degree, of course. To a degree. Beatrice's game was more than, did a human did it, or did magic do it. It was also the case of, how much love can you see in this story, and can you find the truth about who I am, and, and why it's come to this. That sort of, sense. Who Beatrice is, and how it came to be this way on the days of October 4th and 5th, 1986. So that kind of gets me to think, if this is similar to Beatrice's game with the player and game master, what is Balor trying to get Ange to understand, like Beatrice had with him? That's where I feel like Berncastle's kind of manipulating Ange by not explaining the part that Beatrice's game was just more than human versus witch.
あんたは誰と何を戦うゲームをしているのかをね。
And keep in mind, Berncastle and Balor, although Bern helped him, Balor in the end still fought Berncastle. So I wonder where this is going to lead to. I was too shocked to speak. And finally, I realized what I need to accomplish in this game. I've always been passive. I was sure that Oni-chan would tell me everything. So I naively thought I just had to believe whatever he said.
違ったのよ。そうじゃない。
This is a battle between me, the one who wants to reach the truth, and Oni-chan, who wants to trick me and chase me out into a 1998 where I'm all alone. All this time, I've kept on saying that Oni-chan was foolish and naive. And now I see that I was more naive than anyone else. Yeah, no, I feel like there's much more of a deeper meaning to why Balor's doing what he's doing. And yet, Berncastle didn't sneer at me. On the contrary, she looked at me with that cold gaze, as if to say, so, you've finally taken your first step.
理解できた？ 自分とその鍵の意味。
I gripped the key Oni-chan had hung around my neck. And for a while, I shook with an emotion that even I couldn't understand. Now that I know Oni-chan tricked me, it would be easy to hate him. But hating him would be missing the point. After all, this is a game between me and him. Oni-chan has done nothing but make the optimal moves for winning against me. If games aren't a playful way to communicate, if they're the process that decides who wins and who loses, then there can be no fair games. The best strategy is always to trick your enemy into defeat without telling them the rules before they even know what's going on. In that sense, Oni-chan hasn't done anything wrong. He's using that sickly sweet illusion to trick me and forcing me out into a lonely future. They'll be the only ones having a good time in the cat box, and I'll be the only one cast out.
ありがとう。感謝するわ。ようやく本当の意味で目が覚めた気がするわ。
Sorry, I'm just checking where the microphone is. Yeah, it looks like the truck's going away from my location again, so a part of me is wondering if it's going to arrive during the stream or if it's going to arrive right after the stream. You know, knowing my luck, the microphone that I was going to set up during this stream, it's probably not even going to show up until after the stream. Let me refresh the tracker again. Oh yeah, there's no way this is going to make it anytime soon. I mean, it's like 5 minutes away, but the truck keeps on going into like other parts of like the road. I wonder if there was like a construction or a crash that was in the way, so they're trying to find a way around. I kind of feel bad if that's the case, actually. Like, if there was like a crash nearby my location and they've just been struggling for the last 15 minutes trying to find a way around the crash. Why does my FedEx truck crash with the microphone in it? Like the microphone that I really wanted to stream with today and that I was annoyed that didn't come in on time. Why is it in a crash FedEx truck? Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. I should not make jokes about that. I should not be making jokes about that.
バトラーを憎まないであげて。ゲームマスターとは本来相手を一方的に騙すものなのだから。分かってるわよ。お兄ちゃんはお兄ちゃんの立場で最善を尽くした。ただそれだけということよ。なら私も私の立場で最善を尽くさなきゃ。
My goal is now clear. October 4th and 5th, 1986. What happened on Rokkenjima on those days? I need to tear off the veil covering the truth. Nothing more, nothing less.
お兄ちゃんは私にこの鍵をお兄ちゃんが望む鍵穴に入れさせたいのでしょうね。
And yeah, definitely the glass break sound effect is not just for chapter breaks.
そのために私に延々と甘ったるい幻想を見せつけた。でももうごまかされないわ。私は私の望む扉を自ら選んで開く。
ぼんやりとバトラの言いなりになっているエンジェよりはこの方が確かに私の好む物語であるな。
じゃあ続きを今度こそあんたに任せるわ。エンジェに教えてあげて。真実に至る鍵穴を教えて。私にその鍵穴を。
いいだろう。まずは腰を下ろすがよい。今持ってこようぜ。
When Featherine rose from a rocking chair, my vision seemed to twist and bend. What is this? Some kind of interference? Why now? When Featherine's about to show me something important. Why is my head getting suddenly... Oh no. I dug my fingernails into my knees, clenching my teeth to keep from losing consciousness. However, the world just kept twisting more and more. Except for the field of sofa beneath me, I couldn't sense anything at all.
Ojo.
Amakusa!
先方がいらっしゃったようですぜ。
Oh? Hachijo Toya. I wonder if you look familiar, Hachijo Toya. The door opened, and Hachijo Toya appeared. What's going on? This isn't the world of witches, but the world of humans? I was sitting on a sofa, and Amakusa was behind me. There's no need to feel confused. Featherine and Hachijo Toya are the same being. To her, the difference between the two worlds is a trivial thing. To put it in the words of that theater lover, it's like having a slightly different background behind the stage. So there's no reason for me to feel hesitant.
今度は八条先生と呼べば。
名前というもののなんとややこしきことかな。ここに私とあなたがいることに何の変わりもないのに、あなたは私を何と呼べばいいのか迷わねばならない。
そうね。フェザリーヌと呼ぶのもあなたにとっては無粋というわけだわ。役者にとって自分の演ずる役の名前など仮のものでしかない。
そういうことだ、人の子よ。
フェザリーヌ
He doesn't know. Amakusa's eyes went wide as he wondered what I was suddenly talking about. I ignored him and continued.
それであなたは私に何を見せてくれるの？
As I spoke, my eyes were caught by that heavy-looking object she held under her arm. A gun? At a glance, it looked like an encyclopedia with a fancy binding.
これをご存知ですか？
As Featherine spoke, she set the heavy object on the table. It's something from Rokkenjima, I bet. Something from Ground Zero. Oh! The first thing it reminded me of was a grimoire. Is it one of Kenzo's? It has a butterfly on it. The heavy book had a mysterious, mystical feel to it, like something Maria One-chan might carry around. And the most remarkable feature of it was the large, sturdy lock that held it shut. Why would someone go so far to keep people from reading a book?
手に取り裏をご覧になるといいでしょう。
It's good to say belongs to Kinzo Shiemiya.
裏
It could also be maybe Beatrice Castiglione? I flipped the heavy book over on my lap. And, as soon as I saw it, I gave a small gasp. It's either Kinzo Beatrice, the original, or it could be Maria.
エヴァ
Ava. Is it Ava's confession about what happened?
後ろ宮エヴァ
Without a doubt, those words were written there in Roman characters.
これは何？エヴァおばさんの日記
So, add some locks, and you have a key. You have a key, Ange. Do you open those locks?
ひょっとしてこいつが噂の
I'm really intrigued now. I am super intrigued. Where's my microphone? Really, right when I get into the story, that's when my microphone's gonna be on its way.
あんた何か知ってるの？
噂程度ですがね。エヴァ会長は秘密の日記を持っていて、それには厳重に錠前をかけていて、出先に行く時も必ず持って行ってたって話は護衛仲間から聞いたことがあります。
秘密の日記。それがどうしてここに？
後宮エヴァが息を引き取った病室にあったものです。
This diary was hidden behind her bed, so it remained in that room for some time after her death before it was found. Then, by coincidence, it was probably found by someone who worked for the hospital, or else a patient or their family. Of course, by that time, there was a huge movement dedicated to the Rokkenjima mystery. A locked diary found in the hospital room where Ushiomiya Eva spent her last moments would be absolutely priceless. The discoverer probably handed over in secret to one of the witch hunters, who would be able to accurately determine its worth. Luckily, the witch hunters who got their hands on this book were all noble and upright people, not content to boorishly destroy the lock and reveal the truth. They simply satisfied themselves with the fact that the truth of that day slumbered just on the other side of this mysterious lock. Thanks to that, Ava's diary has remained undamaged this very day.
後宮家長男クラウスの妻ナツヒは日々の不満やうっせきを日記に記すことでそれを封印するというある種のまじないをしていたことがすでに知られています。
同じことをエヴァおばさんもやっていたと。
可能性はありますな。その日記の蝶つがいを外すのはたとえ鍵があったとしてもかなり面倒だ。
But it might be the only place where the truth would be revealed.
まるでギチギチのコルセットみたいに封印してやがる。
That's a weird comparison, Amakusa. Amakusa was right. This wasn't a diary made to be casually opened and reminisced over. It's probably safe to assume that she used this diary to forget things by writing them down and sealing them away, just like Ushimiya Natsui did. Then she brought it with her into her hospital room and hid it behind the bed without telling anyone about it.
まさかこの日記に エヴァおばさんがあの日何があったのかを記しているとでも言うの？
中を読めば全てがわかるでしょう。しかしその錠前を外す鍵の行方がわからないのです。
I jumped. Then I looked down at my chest. That's where my brother hung that key.
ない。
You were given it in the witch world, Ange. You won't be able to, have the key in the physical world.
鍵？
It's because you were given it in the witch's world, not in the human world.
どうしたんですお嬢？鍵って？
私がずっと首にかけてたでしょ。
Makuza has no clue what you're talking about. Whoop. Wrong button. Accidentally clicked out of the stream.
俺は知りませんぜ。鍵なんざぶら下げてましたか？
I understood almost immediately. In the world of humans, I haven't found the key. The me with the key is on the game board in the world of witches.
鍵を持っている私に戻して。この日記を開けるわ。
Featherin lifted a finger, spun it around, and the world twisted again. Oh, she's just gonna flat out do it! Oh shit. But is the book gonna be here? When I returned to Featherin's study, the key popped back into existence, hanging from my neck. But at the same time, the diary on my lap popped out of existence. Called it! I called it!
日記はどこに？
ゲーム版のどこかに存在するだろう。そなたに与えられる鍵穴の一つである以上、必ずどこかに存在するはず。
お兄ちゃんがどこかに隠している。バトラがあんたとのゲームを気取る以上、それはおそらく完全な意味では隠されていないわ。どういう意味？
バトラにとって奪われたくないキングであっても、それはゲーム版に置かれていなければゲームとして成立せぬということ。
I wonder if the location of the key was hinted at throughout the beginning of episode 8 during Balor's game. Huh, that is an interesting question. Wait, were there context clues prior to, prior to now that were given about where the key may be, the keyhole may be located?
つまり、あの後ろ宮家のどこかにあったということ？
Maybe. Or somewhere else on Rokkenjima.
あるいはすでにそなたには一度目にする機会が与えられてい
That's
る
what I
の
was,
かもしれ
that's what
な
I
い。
was like thinking earlier, Featherine.
詐欺師が一番最初に見せる契約書に極小の字にて、すでに悪辣なる罠が記してあるかのように。
This is why you read contracts and terms and conditions at least 3 times before you sign anything, or click a check mark box in a digital prompt. You read everything, including terms and conditions for an app, anytime before you sign your name or sign your consent to it, because there's always something hidden in the fine details.
バトラがゲームマスターとしてミステリーの作法とやらにのっとるなら、手がかりは必ず提示され。
Damn, this was literally what I was bringing up earlier.
バトラが負ける選択肢も必ず提示されている。エンジェ、 思い出しなさい。あんたはすでにバトラの世界でエヴァの日記を見ているはずよ。
Now I'm trying to think back at what happened earlier in the story now. In that instant, from the back of my mind, drifted the very first scene of this final game. Oh? In the chapel. A book was lying on the altar. A book with a lock on it. Oh my god! How did I forget about that? Hold on, what the fuck? Wait, it was literally at the start of the game? As soon as I showed interest in that book, my brother suddenly grew stern and told me not to touch it. Oh my god, so much has happened in this chapter that I forgot about the book on the altar.
あれがエヴァおばさんの日記。
It was a Chekhov's gun.
そうよ。後宮エヴァの日記。あの日の真実を記した一なる真実の書。
So we need to go to the chapel and grab the book.
一なる真実の書。それに本当の真実が記されているの。だってそれはエヴァおばさんの妄言の可能性も。
赤き真実で私が断じよう。
Hell yeah.
後宮エヴァの日記一なる真実の書には1986年10月4日から5日にかけてのロッケン島の真実が記されている。
So there is a single truth to this mystery. That's really good to hear, actually. There is a singular truth to the mystery of Rokkenjima. Oh man, though. Will we open the book and find the truth, though? Oh, fuck! Is that the decision at the end of the game? Whether or not we unlock the book to learn the truth? Oh, fuck! If that's a prompt we get, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna fucking want to know the truth. I want to know what happened. Although at the same time, metaphorically, would that be looking at it with love? By just simply unlocking the book? Is that looking into it with love? Oh, damn. Is this what the final choice is going to be in the game? Because I know there's going to be one final multiple choice option, because this is what this whole part of this chapter is leading up to. We're going to have to make a decision on whether or not we open Ava's book to find the one truth. And this is where the chapter was supposed to end, right there. Oh, fuck. That would have been an amazing cliffhanger for last stream if I did that. Oh, damn. Alright, so I'm gonna take a quick, 5-minute break to use the restroom and see if my package is at my front doorstep or not. Oh, people are partying. Hell yeah. Although the party's gonna be, the party's gonna be cut short when Ange's gonna grab the book. Could be popcorn, and will you open it? Also, hi. Hi, Zartant. Yeah, so, sorry, Zartant, but you came in right during the beginning of my 5-minute break when I run to the restroom and see if my new microphones come in. Throughout the stream, I've been waiting on a new microphone to come in so that I could retire the old HyperX microphone I've been using. However, there's been quite a few weird delivery delays, so I've just been watching the delivery throughout the stream. Like, in one tab on my other screen, I was, just watching the delivery of my package. It could be just at my front step already, though. That's the funny part. It could have been at the front step of my house for, an hour, and I did not even notice. So, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break to check on that, actually. I'm still gonna wait a few minutes to see if my package is gonna be getting any closer, but I've been like refreshing the map multiple times on the website. And yeah, I don't think it's coming anytime soon. It's so weird because if I were to walk to where the truck is right now to get my package, it would just take me 10 minutes. But that's awkward as hell, and I'm not doing that. I'm also live right now, so that would be like really weird for me just to leave suddenly for like 30 minutes and then come back with the package. Also, it'd just be hella awkward just walking up to the poor FedEx worker saying, hey, my package is in your truck. I have my ID on me. Do you just want to look at my ID real quick so I can get my package? I don't think that's legal, actually. No, I don't think that's legal, so I'm not doing that. Even though it's so tempting because it's so close. But I know they have to go on their route first, so I have to wait patiently. At the same time, though, I'm like, man, I could just walk up to the truck and just, like, ask for my package politely. I know it does not work like that, so I'm not doing that, obviously. But just the temptation in my head, I'm like, huh, wouldn't it be a little bit faster instead of having them drive all the way to my house if I just go to them? I mean, if I was going to do that, I would just went to, like, the facility nearby. But I was being lazy and I chose a livery. But yeah, it seems like HyperX is having one final big last hurrah on this channel. Because yeah, this is what I've been using for all my previous streams, and it's not a terrible microphone, but I finally wanted to use one of my XLR cables. Yeah, let me show an XLR cable real quick. Yeah, basically an XLR cable is what you connect a microphone to an interface that's connected to your computer for better sound quality. Like, this is the kind of cables that voice actors and professional streamers use. I've had this cable for 3 years, as well as the interface for 1 year. It's just that I did not have a microphone that I could stream with. I mean, I do have a microphone that I use for, like, audio recording for sounds and TV, but I need a boomstick for this. And this is like a dynamic microphone, so I have to talk directly to like, you know, the microphone right here. Like, I can't do, like, you know, omnidirectional. Like, I think there's an option for omnidirectional. Oh no, yeah, it's normal mode, but it sounds like shit. So I only use tele mode, which is like, you know, just like dynamic, where it's just like, you know, I speak right into the microphone, or the microphone's pointed downwards and it records like downward. I'm definitely not saying some terms correctly, but yeah. This one looks funny. I know. I know this looks funny, but yeah, this is what the microphone looks like without the sleeve. Looks like a weapon. Oh, like a baton. Yeah, no, this is a shotgun mic. It's a newer NW81. Oh, it's unidirectional? Huh. But yeah, no, like, I could have done this while streaming, but I don't have a boomstick. Meanwhile, the microphone that I'm waiting on, that one's gonna be my new streaming microphone, and it actually has, like, a stand that I can connect to my table to, you know, move the microphone around. So I'll actually look like a streamer without a headset, because I don't use headsets still. I just have a few ear problems, that's why I don't wear headsets, and I also don't like earbuds sometimes, because it just bothers the ear canal. At least for me, it bothers my ear canal. But, yeah. I've been waiting on, you know, getting a microphone that I could use with this cable for 3 years. Outside of this one, but I use this for only professional, like, sound recording, stuff. Meanwhile, I had an audio system that I just needed a mic for the longest time. And I finally saved up enough to get, that very microphone. But the microphone's still stuck in shipping. Yeah, no, the truck's not even getting close to where I live, so I might be just doing the rest of the stream with the old HyperX. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep this one around, though, because this is not a bad mic, and if a friend ever needs a microphone backup, or if I ever need a microphone backup, this is the backup, because this is actually a pretty good mic. Despite it being like a USB microphone, like, part of the reason why I wanted to get XLR cable microphone is for better sound quality. Because you all still get some static, of course, whenever I record with this, you know, microphone. But yeah, very soon, though, you'll be getting a lot less static and a lot less additional noise in my streams. It's like, you know, I'm professional, despite how I still do YouTube as a hobby. Even though right now YouTube seems to be the most promising position I have after college. Enough with the depression, let's go back to Umineko. The discussions over Burncastle's reasoning game were getting passionate at each of the tables. Oh? At some point, each table has started competing to see which could solve it first. Oh, Maria's so into this. Oh my god, please tell me we get at least a few Maria dialogue lines regarding this game.
Ange とエリカはまだ到着しないのか？
もう来てもいい頃よ。
Oh, you know what's going on.
どっちが先に到着するか賭けでもする？
Obviously, it's going to be Erika.
エリカが遅くなるのはともかく、エンジェもずいぶん遅くなったわね。一体どこの深淵に突き落としてたやら。
失礼ね。ちゃんとソファーに紅茶でくつろいでもらってたわよ。ベルンカステル教の好む紅茶がエンジェの口に合うと良いのだがな。
確かにな。
失礼ね。誰の口にだって合うわよ。エリカなんか私の紅茶はポットの最後の一滴からお味噌の壺の底まできれいに舐めとるわよ。
You know, my mind went something very different for what Burncastle was saying here about where Rika would even lick the last drop of my tea from the bottom of. You know, I didn't know where my mind was going with that one, but I'm not gonna elaborate.
なぜそこで味噌が出てくるのか大いに疑問だぜ。
それにしてもエリカか。
You seem very excited for Rika's appearance.
あやつとは久しぶりの再会になるな。
そういえばそうだな。名探偵殿があのベルンカステルのゲームを解くのにどの程度の時間をかけ
She
る
has
の
a
か。
weird humiliation kink. Yeah, Rika does have that. So I was thinking instead of the bottom of a miso pot, I thought it was going to be on the bottom of something else. But I'm not going to elaborate further because I have no clue myself what I was thinking. I just thought it would be a little less tame than the bottom of a miso pop. That's where my mind was going, but I don't have any, you know, idea what would be worse than the bottom of a miso pot. And I don't want to talk about that.
あの子は得意よ、こういうゲームが。多分上から下までを3度も読んだらもう答えを出しちゃうんじゃない？
だろうな。正解をご満悦で語るあいつの顔を早く見てやりたいぜ。
いやいや、それどころかあやつのこと。いろいろとへりくつをつけてバトラ一家以外にも犯行は可能だなどと言いかねんぞ。
だな。むしろ正解よりその自信たっぷりのへりくつが聞きたい気分だ。
Apparently, Battler and Beato were looking forward to their reunion with Erika. They had already dueled with Erika in 2 separate games. But now, there was no distinction between foes and allies. They truly wanted to welcome her to this party after the show as a friend.
それにしてもちょっと意外な感じ。
The other Delta knows something's up. He definitely knows something is up.
何が？
だってあんたがこんなにもあっさりエンジを解放するなんて。
Making sure that Battler and the others couldn't see her face, Lambda Delta snickered.
そんなに意外？
ええ、意外よ。ベルンのことだから解放せずに次々とバトラに難問を突きつけていじめ抜いたり、 あるいはエンジにおかしなことを吹き込んでゲームを最後に書き回してくれる程度のことはするんじゃないかと思ってた。
It's the latter, Lambda Delta. Oh damn, Berncastle's like, oh shit, you cut on to me.
ベルンのことを世界で誰よりも知っているつもりでいたのに。
Don't you love Battler's smug face, Popcorn, as if he hasn't been the most incompetent one all along? I mean, at least he was competent enough to, figure out the truth behind Beatrice's game. Even though it took him, like, 5 games just to get to that conclusion.
予想が外れてがっかりよ。
言うわね。でも安心して。やはりあんたは私のことを世界で一番理解しているのは間違いないのだから。
そりゃそうよ。このラムダデルタ様は全宇宙で一番ベルンのことを愛してて大好きで理解しちゃってるんだから。
I like the additional star she had at the end of her quote. Lambda Delta was flustered by Berncastle's apparently friendly words, which were very rare, coming from her.
バトラス様、ご歓談中失礼いたします。エンジェ様がお帰りになりました。
Oh, so Ange came back first.
おお、帰ってきたか。
It took him 2 Beatrice. It did take him 2 Beatrices.
よかった。無事か。
雨に少し濡れてしまったようで、今熊沢がタオルを用意しております。
When Bowler heard this, he breathed a sigh of relief. Then, he turned to face Berncastle, showing her a forced smile as though apologizing for still suspecting her just a little. No. Still suspect her, Bowler. Berncastle showed no reaction, and simply continued to wear a blank expression with a slight smile.
エンジェ様のお帰りでございます。
ただいま。
Oh. Okay, this tone of voice makes me believe that this is the older Ange taking the form of her younger one.
バトラ、エンジェが帰ったぞ。
エンジ、よかった。心配したぜ。
She stared at Bowler as he dashed towards her with a relieved smile. Ange's expression seemed somehow indifferent.
バトラったらね、あんたのことを私が鎖か何かで岩牢に吊るしてたとでも思ったみたいよ。
Maybe not physically, but mentally, definitely.
いやいや、そこまでは思ってなかったぜ。
ベルンカステルの友人の家で紅茶をごちそうになってただけよ。なかなか美味しかったわ。
味噌とか梅干しは入ってなかったか？
入ってるわけないでしょ。
As Ange spoke bluntly, she walked past her brother and exchanged a few whispered words with Berncastle.
どうしたバトラ？
Bowler knows something is up.
ああ、いや。
Beatrice also knows something is definitely wrong with Ange.
なんでもない。
If he said he was lonely because his little sister was being so cold, Beato would either laugh at him or scratch him. Scratch? Oh, because he has Beatrice. After all, Ange was a girl at that age. She might be in a bad mood for reasons a boy like him couldn't understand. Taking note of this, and having satisfied himself that Ange was okay, he made to walk away.
バトラエンジェが呼んでいるぞ。
Oh?
ああ、すまん。
さっきから呼んでるわよ。無視しないで。
別に無視してたわけじゃねえぜ。
He was not one who'd listen.
なんだよお前。
Wipe your sweat, Battler, please. Yeah, Battler, it's impolite to be sweating in front of your guest.
さっきから機嫌が悪いぞ。
Impolite to be sweating in front of guests.
大方ベルンカステル教に珍しい紅茶とでも偽られておかしなものを飲まされたせいだろう。
あんたに用はないわ。
Damn.
ちょっと引っ込んでて。お兄ちゃんと二人で話がしたいの。
そうはいかぬぞ。わらわはこう見えても領主夫人。バトラに関してはすでにそなたよりもわらわの方が。
悪いベアト。少しだけ席を外してくれるか。
By now, Battler realized that Ange's issue was more than just a slight bad mood. Beato puffed out her cheeks as though she wanted to say something more. However, she just let it out with a sigh and walked away.
これでいいか。
ええ。だってこれは私とお兄ちゃんのゲームでしょ。プレイヤーは私。ゲームマスターはお兄ちゃん。私たちの間にいくつ駒が入り込もうと、結局は私とお兄ちゃんとの直接の戦いであることに何の変わりもない。
まあ確かに俺がゲームマスターだが、別にお前と戦ってるわけじゃないぞ。この最後のゲームはお前を1986年のロッケン島に招待するために開いたものだ。
ゲームは勝敗を決するために行われるものよ。敵と味方が揃って初めてゲームと呼ぶ。そこをごまかさないで。
お前何を言い出すんだ。
すっかり騙されていたわ。私も最初はお兄ちゃんが1986年のあの日に招待してくれるのだと思ってた。
Get him, Angie. Oop, dude. Why did it open? My mouse drifted far too low, so it went to my file manager.
でも違う。これは全部お兄ちゃんの茶番じゃない。甘ったるい物語でお茶を濁して私を煙に巻いて、孤独な未来や安っぽい温かさを手土産に追い返そうとしているだけじゃない。私は最初から求めてるわ。あの日ロッケン島で何があったのか。それに対するお兄ちゃんの答えがこのゲーム、この甘ったるい幻想パーティー。私の問いに対するお兄ちゃんの答えはもはや明白だわ。私は真実が知りたい。そしてお兄ちゃんに教える気はない。
エンジェいいか、そうじゃない。
ごまかさないで。これは私とお兄ちゃんの最後の戦いのゲームだったのよ。 私はあの日の真実を求める。そしてお兄ちゃんはあの日の真実を幻想で覆い隠そうとしてる。何も変わらない。お兄ちゃんとベアトが戦ってた時と何も構図は変わらないのよ。もうすぐで私はお兄ちゃんに全てをうやむやにされたままゲーム版を追い出されるところだった。あいにくね、私はもうこのゲームは私とお兄ちゃんの戦いであることを理解してるの。
Party over. Baby sister's about to throw a tantrum. My kind of party. Burncastle's eating popcorn. As some people will try to end the party as the little sister's about to have a tantrum, some bring out the popcorn as the party's truly begun for them.
もうこれ以上は簡単に騙せると思わないことね。
Oh damn, everyone's watching! Ange's shout tore apart the peaceful atmosphere. The family members and illusions gulped and watched the scene, wondering what was going on. Beato tried to run up to Valor, but he motioned for her to stay back.
何が望みなんだ。
最初からただ一つ、1986年のロッケン島の真実、それだけを私は求めてる。
真実は猫箱の中に封じられてる。猫箱の外のお前にはたどり着けない。
だからこの甘ったるい幻想で私をごまかそうと。
確かにこれは幻想だ。だがお前にこの楽しい雰囲気を。親族、あの日あの島で何があったかじゃない。お前が忘れてしまった親族会議の温かな雰囲気を思い出してほしかったんだ。
それはお兄ちゃんが押し付ける一方的な幻想よ。私はそれを断固拒否する、拒絶する。
1986年の真実など存在しない。猫箱の中は今日だ。お前はありもしないものを求めてる。
私はもう騙されないわよ。存在するのよ、あの日の真実は。それは唯一の生還者によって書き残され現存している。
Battler's expression faltered for just an instant, and Ange didn't miss it. So he was hiding it after all. Oni-chan has been hiding the bulk of the single truth from me.
エヴァおばさん、あんたが死んでから私は初めて感謝するわ。あんたがしっかりとあの日の真実を書き残してくれていたおかげで、私は真実を知る最後の機会を得た。
エンジェちゃん聞いて。あの日記はおばさんのデタラメが書いてあるだけで何の意味も。
ごまかしは不要よ。あんたの日記にはあの日の真実が記されていると、すでに赤き真実で断じられているのよ。
バカな。ゲームマスターのバトラ以外の誰が赤き真実を使えるというのか。
アウアウローラね。
正解よ。一なる真実の章は1998年という未来世界の章です。その中身に赤き真実で保証を与えるという大役が他の誰にできるっていうの。
ベルンカステルは全てを教えてくれたわ。私はもうお兄ちゃんに騙されない。私が欲しいのは甘ったるい幻想じゃない、本当の真実。 してそれをいくら1986年のお兄ちゃんが覆い隠そうとも1998年の私には暴くことができる。なぜなら1986年のベアトリーチェがお兄ちゃんで、私は1998年のベアトリーチェだから。
Can you blame Balor, though? Any big brother in his position will want their younger sibling to live on in the future. Oop, I just got a notification that kept covering that message. Live on in the future and not succumb to grief. That is a very good point, though, about Balor. Like, Balor inherently is not doing anything wrong. I think he more or less wants his little sister to, you know, kind of find her own peace with the Rokkenjima incident, rather than focusing on, you know, just trying to find a single truth for the rest of her life. Like, she needs to learn to accept that something has happened and that she may never know the truth of what's, you know, to come. Like, what actually happened that night. Not what's to come, because it's already happened. I mean, by what happened in the past. So yeah, I'm not saying that Balor did anything wrong here. However, Ange's definitely crashing out because she found a thing that could be the truth. But what if that book does not contain anything about Rokkenjima? Like, you open up the book, and then you get something about Ava, but you're not going to get the truth that you want from it. Like, what if this diary does not even have that truth? A cyclone rose up around Ange. It was a golden swirl of gold butterflies. Just like the Golden Witch, Beatrice. Oh! She became adult Ange. Oh, fuck!
1998年の最後の黄金の魔女、エンジェ・ベアトリーチェ。
Okay, I was not expecting a witch Ange. Oh, fuck!
過去の魔女は決して未来の魔女には勝てない。
Damn! Can I get a full art of this? Because this is awesome! What the fuck? And her hair charms! They turned from, like, pink to black. Damn! The cyclone of gold broke apart, and as gold leaves scattered across the room, the final witch, who would inherit Beatrice's name in the future, appeared. Damn.
エンジェ、ベアトリーチェ。
So we have Beatrice Castiglione, the Cuadorian Beatrice. We have our Beatrice, Chick Beato, Beato the Elder, Ava Beatrice, and and now Ange Beatrice. I may be forgetting a Beatrice summit, you know, around there. I might be forgetting a Beatrice. However, we have at least 7. We have 7 Beatrices. Can the real Beatrice please stand up?
あんたは黄金と無限の魔女。私は違う。
Wrong button.
黄金と真実の魔女。
I'm so hyped.
いかなる幻想も私を拒むことはできないわ。さあ、お兄ちゃんの退屈なパーティーはもうおしまい。ここからは私のパーティーになるわ。パーティーを賑わせるゲームだって用意してきた。
Oh shit.
よろしくね、エヴァおばさん。え？
When Ange snapped her fingers, she vanished along with a swirl of gold butterflies. Replacing her in the middle of that cyclone was a girl wearing a dress, bowing modestly. Oh shit! Hi! What are you about to do?
お前は
失礼しちゃう話よね。私にだけパーティーの招待状がないなんて。
Wait, is Ava Beatrice as well? Is like Enrico gonna side with Ange in this one for the fight for the truth?
そなた、エヴァ。
私はロッケン島の唯一の生還者。そして
年から1998年まで黄金と無限の魔女を名乗る未来の魔女。バトラ君の甘ったるい幻想なんて未来の世界では湖面に落ちる一粒の雪より儚いわ。
The outfit that Ange is wearing right now is said to be in funeral style. Oh. Maybe she's mourning the end of the game.
楽しんでちょうだい。さあさあ思い出してごらんなさい。あなたたちの無限の推理を。
When Ava held her hand to the heavens, light gathered there and took form of a bottle. Yes, a bottle. A glass bottle with no label. There was no alcohol inside. Sealed within it was a fragment that let off a pale, sinister light.
バトラ、それはまずい。割らせてはならぬ。
She just smashed it. Like immediately.
さあ、ショータイム。
Let's go! The bottle was slammed against the floor and smashed to pieces. As soon as the fragment within it touched the outside air, it flashed white and burst. At first, it seemed like that nothing had happened. However, Ava grinned at them before becoming a cloud of butterflies and vanishing. What's this song? Oh, it's very orchestral. At some point, the burn castle must have vanished as well. Ah, the cat slinked away.
あいつ何をしやがったんだ。
おそらく未来の世界より持ち帰ったかけらだ。未来の猫箱の中身とでも言おうか。
つまりどういうことだ。なんだ。
Is it about to send them all to a new fragment? At that moment, they heard a thundering roar. It was as though large chunks of hail had started falling everywhere. An earthquake accompanied that noise, and the whole mansion creaked. Dust began to fall from the ceiling. At the same time, it seemed as though the curtain-covered window glowed with a pale light.
一体何事だというの。
キリエ、外。何よあれ。
Oh shit, is it like an eldritch monster outside, like Cthulhu? Everyone rushed to the window in response to her voice. Of course, Balato and Baylor... Did I just say Balerto and Baylor? Of course, Balor and Beato win too. My god, I cannot read today. Oh shit. Then, they drew the curtains, looked at the scene outside, and were stunned into silence.
これは美しい。
Kinzo's words echoed the first impression felt by all who looked out at the scene beyond the windows.
美しいものが無害とは限らねえ。
美しいなんとかにはトゲがあるのはお約束ね。
410, really? Though everyone found the scene beautiful, they all sensed impending misfortune from it. Outside the window, countless small objects, pale, glowing fragments of crystal, lay strewn about everywhere like fallen hail. Even though we're in the middle of the scene right now, I'm gonna check my front porch real quick, because my package might be arriving soon. It is about 2:30 when my package should have been here, so I'm gonna run to my front porch to see if it's, come yet. If not, I'll be going back to playing more of the game. However, my package was set to arrive by 2:30, so I'm gonna see if it's here yet. It's for the new microphone I've been talking about all stream. So I'll be right back in a few minutes. The delivery truck just showed up in front of my house. I was literally looking out the window and I saw the truck pull up. I'm like, oh, the delivery is here. So I'm gonna be grabbing that real quick. Yeah, I was about to walk back to stream to start playing a little bit more, but I think my new microphone's come in, so I'm gonna do a quick breather break just to get that package. Yeah, I am so sorry, everyone. I'll be back in a momento, but soon the retirement of the HyperX microphone is gonna be imminent. Let's go, I got it! I was, about 2 hours, I'm only like 90 minutes into the stream, damn. Well, right during the middle of an intense scene. I finally get it. Damn, I want to open it up right now, but I'm in the middle of a scene. Damn. I'm gonna find a good part to stop so I could do a quick break to set up the new mic. Because, yeah, this is not a time to start setting up a microphone because we're in the middle of a scene! Outside the window, countless small objects, pale, glowing fragments of crystals, lay strewn about everywhere like fallen hail. The word fantastical perfectly summed up the scene that lay before them in the glowing rose garden.
今あそこ何か動いたわ。おい、あそこに誰かいるぜ。いや、あれ。あの光るかけらから人影が生え出してる。
Oh shit.
煉獄の七姉妹、戦闘態勢。
With those words of Lucifer's, everyone finally realized that they were being surrounded by danger. Goats! Are the goats on Angie's side? Oh shit. Is it going to be like a whole army of goats? One by one, the countless fragments shook and burst, and large, dark bodies rose up from inside each. They were giants with goat heads. One after another, they appeared from the insides of broken fragments. Those fragments lay all over the rose garden in vast numbers and made the ground glow, so that everyone inside was forced to shudder.
45全周警戒。
レーダーが真っ白です。
Oh damn.
ジャミングされてるか、もしくは乱反射無数、敵数確認不能。
Or there just maybe that many enemies nearby. Even as she said this, the glowing rose garden outside the window was being filled with giant goats. The fragments carrying the goats weren't just in the rose garden. They were spread even across the entire island. Not just the rose garden, but the entire area around the mansion was being covered with goats by now.
緊急。
包囲されたものと申し上げたてまつる。
見りゃわかるぜ。見りゃよ。
You seem to be enjoying your impending doom way too much. Maria, this is the second time this chapter you're laughing in the face of death.
どうするの、バトラー。
Whose side are you on?
招待状がねえ客ならお引き取りいただかねえとな。
Are they gonna fight for them?
こいつらは何者なんだ。 ベアトのとこの従者ってわけじゃなさそうだな。
ヤギの姿はこのゲーム版の駒の形を模倣しただけのことでしょう。リーチやリーヤの眷属じゃないわ。もっと厄介な何かよ。
なるほど。ボトルメッセージの具現化というわけですか。
ボトルメッセージ。ベアト。
違うな。こいつは未来の住人たちの妄想のかけらだ。
猫箱はそのうちに無限を秘める。その結果、箱の外の住人たちはその中身を無限に想像することが許される。その無限の妄想がこやつらの正体だろう。
あのヤギたちは私たちをどうするつもりでしょう。
They're probably just gonna devour you.
仲良く握手ができる雰囲気には見えへんで。
あいつらは私たちがこの島でどんな惨劇が繰り広げられたかを勝手にでっち上げては流布して回る最悪の連中よ。私が真実を語らないことを面白がり、勝手に次々と惨劇を生み出して。
なるほど。1986年の猫箱を勝手に妄想する
Indeed.
未来のかけらたちってわけか。
未来世界にはありとあらゆる解釈が存在します。それらは私たちが否定しない限り、全てが全て真実だと言い張り、この島に居座り続けるのです。
So you gotta red truth them to death.
これは厄介なことになったね。
私たちは包囲され、絶対絶命のピンチというわけだわ。
あいつら何をしているんだ。
食べてるよ。何か食べてる。
バラを食べている。
The crowd of goats were squirming about and doing something. If you looked closely, you could see them sticking their heads into the rose bushes and munching away. And it wasn't just rose bushes. Light poles, the bricks of the flower beds, and even the stone paving itself. They were biting all of it. They're eating the island! Almost as if they were trying to eat up the whole island.
違う。あれはただ食べてるんじゃない。
食べているんじゃなければ一体何だと。
あれは食っているのではない。侵食し削り取っているのだ。このゲーム版そのものをね。
ゲーム版を食うだと。
未来の世界では誰もが今日の私たちは惨劇に飲み込まれたと信じてる。だから彼らは和やかに過ごす私たちの真実を認めないの。
過去の真実は未来の真実の前に劣る。あのヤギたちの無慈悲なる未来の顎と牙は
Damn.
我らの真実を認めず、彼らの期待する真実で侵食するのだ。
ふざけやがって。これが俺たちの真実なんだ。勝手に未来の それもよその奴らの期待する真実に塗り替えようとするんじゃね
え。Cat eyes. Are those cat eyes? The garden outside the window was now filled with too many goats to count, all chewing away. Their repulsive scenes stole the words from everyone's lips. They weren't stunned in silence. There was just no point in making a fuss and letting the goats know a certain fact. No point in letting them know that there was plenty of prey waiting in this bright, warm room. Prey that was softer and easier to chew than roses or bricks.
あのヤギ、こっちを見てますよ。
Kumasawa, quiet down.
静かに。騒いではダメだ。
こっちへ来ますさ。まずくありませんか。
Oh, the goat eye. Oh, those are goat eyes, I think. Maybe? They're all kind of blurry, but I know they're an eye shade. They saw one of the newly born goats had slowly turned toward the window. There was already a huge swarm of them in the garden, so it was no surprise that when one of them looked around for new prey, it would see the light from this window. Its immense, eerie body slowly approached. As it grew closer, they could finally see it clearly. The eyes blazed despite being cold, ruthless, and reptilian. Those cruel fangs and jaws could tear apart and crush anything. Any fangs that could chew through a brick would hardly have a problem chewing through humans. Its massive body had to be taller than the windows themselves. And it was lumbering towards this window.
この窓実は後ろ宮家特注の防弾ガラスだということは
防弾程度であの巨体の剛腕が防げるとは思えぬぞ。
うわー！来た来た！かけてくる！
So he was gonna stop it.
緊急
Cornelia. Oh, hell yeah.
この窓を許すことなきなりと知りたてまつれ。
The power of Cornelia's seal formed a shield around the glass. The goat was blown back, unable even to touch the glass because of this power. Its weight made the earth tremble. They could feel that clearly, even inside. But that tremor had also drawn the attention of nearby goats. A pack of goats started shuffling towards them, and a fight broke out as they each charged forward, trying to reach this new prey first. The window protected by Cornelia's seal would probably be safe. However, there are many windows in the Great Hall. For the first time, those windows became a source of terror instead of sunlight and a lovely view.
ガートルード。
緊急この窓を許すことなきなりと知りたてまつれ。
Gertrude sealed another window. The ghosts tried to break in through that one. The ghosts tried to break in through that one were thrown back. But at the same time, they heard the crash of yet another window being smashed. Scattering fragments of glass everywhere, the massive growths broke through the window frame and entered the building. Oh shit! Goda, no!
下がるみんな下がるんだ
Claus, are you gonna punch another goat? Those words were really coming from the goat's mouth, along with a steaming, foul breath. However, it didn't get a chance to say any more. Oh, the stakes got him! Forehead, neck, shoulder, chest, side, gut, knee. The stakes of the Seven Sisters bury themselves in deep, one after another.
なんてごつくてまずい貫き心地。こんなまずい連中何匹も食ってらんないわ。
The other windows shattered one after another, and several goats squeezed their way in through the window frames. Their mouths were still stuffed with the bricks they had just been snacking on. Each time they chewed, it made a ghastly sound like bones being crushed.
撃退します。
Hell yeah, Delnor.
シエスタ隊近接戦闘準備。
待ちな。ドンパチやってもさらに騒ぎで他のヤギたちを呼び寄せちまうだけだ。
2階へ逃れるのだ。階段を封印すれば時間も稼げよう。
みんな大階段を上がれ。急げ。
After sniffling noisily as though scanning the smells around them, the goats started chewing on whatever chairs, tables, or curtains were close by. Oh fuck, they're eating the mansion. The goats would chew anything to bits, as long as it was near them. If the others were careful not to attract the goats' attention, they would be able to escape from this place. The humans ran up ahead on the second floor, while the illusions, who were used to fighting, guarded the rear. The goats were completely absorbed by their feasts on everything in the hall. The painting. Oh no! By now, they were even brutally chewing away the portrait of Beatrice, which could fairly be called the symbol of the Ushimia family itself.
バトラ、人間は全員2階へ避難したぞ。
よし、ドラノール、すべての階段の封印を頼む。
ガートルードたちが行います。しかし時間稼ぎは必要です。
All over the mansion, there were loud beating sounds that might be called knocks and the sound of shattering glass.
さて皆さん、お仕事の時間でございますよ。
煉獄の七姉妹、ここに。さあ行くよお前たち。今夜は食い放題だわ。シエスタ隊外部タスクオールスリープ。自動更新切断。データは取るな、捕虜は取るな。
第7管区アイゼルネ・ユングフラウン、領主命令により任務を開始します。
助立ちするぜ。リオン、お前は足手まといだ。2階へ上がってろ。
でもウィル、ここは私たちに任せ、あなたは上へ。
Poor Liam.
あなたに家族を守るという仕事がありますよ。わかりました。皆さんご無事で。
The mansion was filled with the sounds of knocking, crushing, smashing, and chewing. The goats and their wave of destruction was strong, stepping closer.
バトラ卿、ガートルードたちが別階段の封鎖を完了しました。残る階段はこの大階段だけです。あっちの階段はちっちゃいから早いわね。でもこの階段は大きいから時間をかけそうね。
Thank you, Lambda Delta.
時間稼ぎが大変だわ。
Lambda Delta spoke as though it was someone else's problem. Thank you, Lambda Delta. It only took a glance at her face to see that she had no intention of lending a hand. Even so, Beato didn't scold her. This was a game between Valor and Ange. Lambda Delta was only a theater goer who had been invited.
悪く思わないでね。虚無に食われたら私だって死んじゃうわ。悪いけど私は傍観者に回らせてもらうわ。
Fair point, actually.
もとよりそなたは傍観者だ。助力を頼めぬのは残念だがな。
気を使ってんだろ。俺たちの見せ場を奪わないため。
そういうことにしておきましょう。
As a Voyager witch, Lambda Delta could retreat from this game bored of battlers if she wanted to. In other words, she was the only one who wasn't in trouble now.
じゃあね。ベルンとあんたたちのゲーム見届けさせてもらうわ。応援してるからね。
See you, Lambda.
ポップコーンを食べながら。
もちろん。今日は醤油バター味にするわ。
I wonder if that would actually taste good. It might actually. Lambda Delta vanished with a pop. As soon as she did, a black hole opened up in midair, and Gop fell out of it.
バトラ、リーチェ、ちょっと来てくれる？多分見た方がいいものよ。
今すぐにか。
ええ。行こうぞ。みんな、ここを頼むぞ。
When Gap snapped her fingers, a large hole opened up under Battler and Beato, swallowed them both. They were spat out into an inky blackness. Both of them were floating in the night sky. Rokkenjima lay far beneath them. And as soon as they realized this, they shuddered.
これは
群れじゃね
Oh no, is the island full of goats?
え。こりゃ海だな。
No. It was no longer a crowd of goats, but an entire sea of them. Just as Rokkenjima poked out from the ocean, the mansion was now poking out from a sea of goats.
未来人ってすごいな。
It hit the internet.
一体この島での惨劇はどれだけ大勢が妄想したというのかしらね。猫箱の外の寝言に過ぎぬわ。一掃してくれようぞ。それからあれを見て。分かりにくいと思うけど海岸線を見て。
海岸線？
船着き場が分かりやすいわ。よく見て。分かる。まさか。
ああ、多分そのまさかだな。あいつら食ってやがるんだ。島ごとな。
The island's being ate up in the sea of fragments being braided.
さあさあおいでなさい未来のかけらたち。虚飾を幻想をまやかしをすべて食らい尽くしちゃえば。
As Ava yelled to the heavens, hovering about the raging sea, hail fell down with a pale glow. Each was an unlabeled bottle with a fragment inside. They poured onto the island, were smashed to bits, and the fragments inside them scattered everywhere. Every now and then, the fragments would split into two, then split in two again, and every single one of them burst and gave birth to a massive goat. To say it was like bamboo shoots springing up after the rain would be a vast understatement. The goats would writhe about like bubbling, boiling water in a pot. They ate away at everything they saw. They didn't just eat the harbor, but the trees and rocks, the entire coastline itself. Hundreds, thousands, no, tens of thousands of goats continued to eat. They were chewing away at every bit of Rokkenjima on this final game Battler had prepared.
悪いわねバトラ君。ミラーはこの島に惨劇を望んでいるの。エンジェだって真実を望んでる。虚飾も幻想もまやかしもすべて食らい尽くしてあげるわ。
They're eating away the whimsy of the mystery. By now, Balor and the others had to admit it. The future wanted a tragedy. Even if the truth of this island had been a gentle, peaceful thing, the future didn't want that. The truth they wanted was painting over the past.
過去など儚いものよ。猫箱さえも食い破る。
なんて奴らなんだ。俺たちをそんなにも惨劇にぶち込みたいってのかよ。
私が見せたかったのはこれでおしまい。戦況の判断に役立ったならいいんだけど。
ああ、ありがとう。おかげで最悪の気分だ。
じゃあ次は書斎に行ってちょうだい。ゴールドスミスが呼んでるわ。
No? Wait, maybe Kenzo has an idea to help this. Gap snapped her fingers, and another black hole swallowed them up, and spat them out in the study.
ないガープめ、落とすならベッドの上にしろというのだ。
じいさま、まずいぜ。俺たちは完全に逃げ場なしだ。
分かっておる。そしてこのまま立てこもってやり過ごすこともかなう。
ロナウェたちはある程度の時間を稼ぐだろうが、それも一時だろう。
If they had just holed up in the mansion, it would only be a matter of time before the swarm of goats got them. Trying to propel a few of the goats barging into the mansion would be like using a cup to bail water from a boat with a hole in it.
しばらくは防戦できるだろうが、それも時間の問題よ。
その防戦の間に何かの手を打たなきゃな。逃げるか。どこへ。ゲーム版の外へ逃げる方法はあるのか。
ゲーム版の外は我らの領地の外側。航海者の魔女でなければ出ることはかなわない。
Only Burn Castle and Lambda Delta can do it. However, there was no way Burn Castle would help. Even Lambda Delta had already announced that she would be an observer instead of lending a hand.
逃げ場なしか。
いや、一箇所だけある。
どこに。
黄金鏡だ。
Oh, okay.
なるほど。もはやそれしかあるまいか。
うん。黄金鏡はこのゲーム版の上で最も不可侵な場所だ。生まれるならそこしかあるま
い。猫箱すら食い破るやつらよ。黄金鏡とていつ食い破ってくるかわからないよね。どうするバトル。
即決する。撤退だ。決断が遅れればそれさえ不可能になる。
Strategic retreat.
全員を黄金鏡へ避難させよう。黄金鏡の扉を開くにはどうすればいい。
わらわが扉を開くだけのことよ。しかしあのヤギどもの群れが凄まじき半魔法の毒素を放ってる。扉が開くのには時間がかかるぞ。
扉が開くまでこの書斎を死守しろってんだろう。やることは何も変わらね
え。もう一つ問題がある。黄金鏡の扉外より2人で収めば閉じられる。
Oh no. So two people are gonna have to sacrifice them, don't they?
外より2人。 どういうことだ。
As soon as he said this, Fowler realized this must be the result of some agreement made between the three witches who are one.
普段ならばわざわざ扉を閉めることもないのだがな。今回ばかりはそうもいかぬだろう。
扉を閉める役目はお前とベアとしかおるまいぞ。
漁師の俺とベアと
So they're gonna have to sacrifice themselves.
一番無難な人選だな。
我ら二人だけならば身を守ることもなんとかなろうぞ。
よし、扉を開けてくれ。
Beato waved her pipe, leaving a golden trail behind as she sliced the air vertically. Then, the gap of the door to the golden land appeared. It looked like nothing more than a thin golden string hanging from the ceiling. If you looked closely, you'd see that the string was getting thicker very slowly. The door to the golden land certainly was opening, but so slowly that you couldn't even tell if you weren't careful. At this rate, it would probably take some time before it grew big enough to let a person through.
じい様とガープはこの本丸の守りを頼む。
外壁をよじ登ってくるヤギどもが現れるかもしれんしな。
Oh, Kinzo's ready! I heard the gun click! Oh shit!
我がライフルは獲物を求めてお
He
る。
is ready to kill!
了解よ。そいつらを奈落の穴に落として遊んでるわ。
Oh. A giant was sliced at an angle, split into two parts, and fell to the floor, showering it with filthy dark blood and guts.
お見事です。
I'm really into this scene. I don't think I'm going to be getting to the microphone setup until the end of this part of the chapter. Damn, this is awesome.
次は譲ってやる。
Countless massive goats, which had forced their way in from rooms and windows all across the mansion, wandered about in search of something to chew. Several of the goats noticed the group of people huddle around the staircase and lumber closer, but they were pulverized by merciless attacks. Ronove's shields easily halted the charging goats, and Virgilia's magic spears were pinning the giants against the walls. Delnor's and Will's blades were also slicing easily through goats. The pinpoint strikes of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory could pierce the vitals of and finish off any opponent, no matter how large. The Chiester sisters were holding their own too. They had blasted enough goats to bits with one shot from their high-caliber firearms, so you couldn't even count the kills with both hands. Hell yeah. Given a limited number of opponents, they were more than a match for these goats. However, they weren't just up against a crowd, but an entire ocean. It was like a pebble trying to face the approaching waves of a stormy sea.
方針交換急げ。煉獄隊にカバーを要請。弾が切れたらただのウサギじゃない。情けない。
7人がかりで一度に1匹しか殺せない文鎮どもに言われたくないに。
I like the trash talk between them.
さあ、どんどんかかってらっしゃい。私たちを退屈させないで。
The hall was filled with massive goat corpses. As if in fear of the sight, the ghosts that came in one after another formed a wall, keeping their distance.
私たちにかなわないと思ってくれているのでしょうか。
それを期待したいところですが、それは甘いようです。こいつら何なの？私たちを見て ボソボソと喋り合ってるわ。
Are they all gonna do a charge attack?
どうやら会話をして連携できる程度の知能があるようだ。
The goats surrounded them at a distance, whispering. Then they nodded at each other as though deciding something, and the whole group stirred. What are they doing? It almost looks like they're lining up in a different order.
敵陣形を変更。より突破力のある個体に最前列を譲ったものと推定。
だからなんだというの。行くわよお前たち。
はいお姉さん。
お待ちなさい、相手の様子が変です。
Lucifer took aim at one of them, going for its forehead. The other 6 sisters followed their lead, trying to pierce the vital organs all over the creature's body. However, there was no sound of pierced flesh. The 7 sisters of Purgatory were knocked back, unable to cause even the smallest movement.
何？どういうこと？こいつら何か喋ってるわ。
The goats kept whispering the same thing, over and over, as they slowly approached the 7 sisters. All of them whispered unanimously. Ooh, they're pulling out some anti-magic toxin. As they whispered curses that denied the 7 sisters' existence, the ghosts lumbered closer.
煉獄隊を下がって援護します。
ヤギども、教育してやる。
The golden bows of the Chiesar troops mowed down the wall of goats with a shower of bright glowing bullets. Some of the goats were torn to pieces, but some of them seemed to be completely unaffected. Then, the goats who were uninjured all whispered as one. Whoop! No, I do not want to exit OBS. How did I press the close button on OBS? Oh, my mouse moved, that's why. Yeah. You don't say.
認めないということは？
魔法の攻撃が一切通用しないということだわ。
それじゃあ私たちの攻撃は通用しないってこと？
エンドレスナイン。私たちを認めてくれなきゃ攻撃も通じないの。
そんなことが。
試してみるのが一番ですな。
Ronove stepped forward, stamped on the floor twice, and a red barrier rose up in front of him. The crowd of goats dashed into it with a terrifying force. While some goats were blown away by it, several of them slipped right through the magical barrier.
なるほど。私の攻撃も一切通じない連中がいるようですな。
There were no longer any point in Vergilia trying out her magic spear. Now that some of the goats had decided that her existence was fictional, she could no longer hurt them. Even these great demons and great witches, as well as high-level furniture and weapons, were overcome with fear of the crowd that surrounded them, a crowd that would not be affected by any of their attacks.
どうすんのよ私たち。最後の一発まで戦うのだ。貴様らの戦士は許可しない。
A shriek from one of the goats became a signal for the wall of them to break. They pushed forward with gaping mouths and foul breath, each trying to reach their prey first, trying to return these fictional creatures to nothingness.
危ないお前たち。
Vergilia leapt in front and held several of the seven sisters who had fallen on their butts, overpowered by the ferocity of the approaching goats. However, even Vergilia was a fictional creature to these goats. They could chew right through her like cotton candy. Ronobe threw himself at the oncoming goats. Even he would be chewed apart easily. Knowing this, Ronobe leapt forward.
魔法が通じずともこの忠義に熱き熱血漢である事実は揺らぎます。まして不女子を見捨てることがあるとお思いで。
Are we about to see Ronobe get ripped apart? Ronobe slammed his right fist into the side. Oh my god! Wrong button. Ronobe slammed his right fist Ronobe slammed his right fist into the side of a goat's face. As soon as he pulled it back, he swung his left leg into the goat's gut. It spun around into a reverse roundhouse that caught the goat again. Ronobe knew he could do less damage than a mosquito bite against those who didn't accept his existence. This was the height of the anti-magic defensive power, and the snap. The goat swung its log-like fist with a sound like a storm. Ronobe dodged it by a hair. Had he been an instant slower, that massive arm would have crushed his head like glass.
よして逃げて。
このロードご婦人のピンチを前にはついつい奮い立ってしまう。
He really is the ladies' man.
私の悪い癖。
I wonder if Genji was like that. Ronobe grinned and tried to act tough. He had already sacrificed all he had. There was nothing he could do here and now, except become a shield to buy time. He had already chosen to abandon his life for this. The goats kept coming, trying to feast on Ronobe. None had any pretensions of making this a one-on-one fight. Nothing mattered except chewing apart Pepsi, even just a little. As they gnashed those ruthless jaws and fangs, they closed it around Ronobe. Oh shit. Ronobe's foot hit something, and he stumbled. At the same instant, several massive arms reached out and lifted him up.
皆さんどうかお下がりを。私を夢中でかじる間は多少は時間が稼げるでしょう。しかしこの炉の上、少し小骨が多いかもしれませんぞ。
An elbow ran itself into the massive, hideous jaws that were trying to chew Renove's head. Is it Will or Delnor? Of course, the goat did moan, but that did nothing but deprive just one goat of his right to the first bite of Renove's head. Many jaws opened wide, trying to crush. Oh no, Renove hit him himself. Sorry. Many jaws opened wide, trying to crush him and throw him down into those heartless stomachs, which would permit no cheerful illusions to exist. All of the many arms that lifted Renove up were sliced off. The seven sisters used this chance to fly forward and grab Renove, dragging him back.
ミステリーとおっしゃったのはどなたですか？
Oh shit! Delnor, whenever she makes that face, you should know you're fucked.
ドラノールの刃は通じるの？
そうか。相手がミステリーを主張するのなら。
Blood red longsword in hand, Delnor slowly walked forward. Behind her walked Will, tapping his back with his black blade.
ファンタジーじゃねえってなら聞こうじゃねえか、お前らの推理。
Hell fucking yeah!
皆さんのご考説、とても楽しみです。
The crowd of ghosts steps back. Though they have been so vicious against illusions, they step back when faced with this pair wielding swords of mystery.
このゲーム版で行われた密室殺人の数々、どれからでも受けて立ちましょう。
Hell fucking yeah.
違うぜ。受けて立つのは俺らじゃね
え。そうでした。ミステリーとは挑むもの。なぜに私たちが受けて立たねばというのか。
They can play offense.
分かってんだろうな、お前ら。
You're the ones in the hot seat now. Oh fuck, was that directed to us? Oh fuck, are we supposed to be the goats? There's gonna be one intelligent goat that tries fighting back, I bet. Blue truth cut the goats apart. That blue truth dwelt within each and every one of the riddles that blue truth dwelt within each and every one of the riddles from Beato's games so far. What about the closed room with the chain? First game, second Twilight. What about the closed room with the chapel? Second game, first Twilight. What about the trick to killing Nanjo? Third game, 9 Twilight. There was no end to the blades. That was a really good animation right there. The countless riddles Beatrice had left behind became blades, challenges that tore the goods apart. If they wanted to deny fantasy, they'll have to make a counter-argument. They would have to deal with every single trick as a mystery. However, while most of the goats call themselves anti-fantasy, they haven't come up with any answers for the mystery. Though every now and then, goats with answers that appear. Get killed by the red truth, motherfucker!
Nox 第1条。犯人は物語当初の登場人物
Oh
以
wait, no,
外の金図。
the Nox's commandments. Oh.
バンダイン第12
In the Van Dyne rules.
真犯人が複数であることを禁ず。つまんねえだろ、そんなミステリー。だから俺は思うぜ。ミステリーはもっと自由であるべきだ。
Wow, that's definitely an argument someone on the internet would use. That's a counter argument that someone from the internet would definitely have used. Yeah, know your history.
こいつら開き直りやがった。
やはり私たちは時代遅れということなのでしょう。
Well, that's what's still a genre to this very day.
なら俺たちを納得させる推理を聞かせてみやがる。
いざ来たれ。
The whole crowd of ghosts charged them. In their fangs, each one of them carried theories to crush Banto's closed rooms. The bodies of the ghosts differed from those who become corpses so easily. They had mystery-style answers to several closed rooms, so it takes several blade hits to give them a fatal wound. However, Banto had left many blades behind, all of them were exceedingly sharp. So the pair of Inquisitors didn't think this would be a desperate battle. This is mystery. The goal is to use all your imagination and knowledge to challenge each of the riddles head-on. Doing so is the greatest pleasure in mystery genre. So they laughed. Both Will and Delnor laughed. It's great seeing the two of them get along. With smiles of admiration at the theories the goats had put everything they had into, they countered with blades from all the closed rooms. The crowd of goats were no longer in encirclement, but a wave threatening to swallow the pair up. And yet the pair repelled the enemy without giving an inch. They resisted firmly, cutting through the wave of wailing goats. It was like an ice-breaking ship knocking a path through a frozen sea. Hopefully they're not the Titanic. Oh, you can't use that one. Which, okay, this definitely breaks the Nox rule.
Nox 第
Yep.
3条秘密の通路の存在を禁ず。
Nox third is forbidden for hidden passages to exist. Oh my gosh, changing the rules? Changing the rules, Van Dyne, get their ass. Oh shit.
ノックス第8条提示されない手がかりでの解決を禁ず。
Okay, yeah, no, that's an Oct commandment. It is forbidden for the case to be resolved with clues that are not presented. Okay, what are you gonna hit with? What are you gonna get hit with? Oh. Delnor hesitated for just an instant. After all, this cliched and simple theory managed to get around both Beato's closed rooms and Nox's commandments. Delnor saw nothingness inside the goat's massive jaws. Fuck. Okay, Van Dyne?
バンダイン第7則死体なき事件であることを禁ず。
Hell yeah. The goat's jaws seemed to close around Delnor's head. However, the upper and lower jaws were no longer connected, so the upper half merely slid off to the side.
ダイノックスも狂言殺人までは封じ損ねた。
Thank you, Van Dyne.
殺人以外のミステリーも立派なミステリーです。
The goats were about to back off and let the pair have a nice, long chat about the mystery genre. Okay, that is a fair point, though. Not all mysteries are murder. The massive figure immediately enveloped them. The next massive figure immediately enveloped them. Will's blade drew a diagonal slash across the chest, but it only cut through its clothes, leaving no wound.
こいつ20の鎖が通用しね
What's his theory? Delnor also hit it with a long sword, but still, it just cut its clothes without leaving a mark on its body. Could this gun have a theory that doesn't violate Nox or Van Dyne? In an attempt to stop the goat from saying any more, Will and Delnor hit it with blades from every closed room, as well as stakes from the 10 Commandments and the 20 Rules, but none of them had any effect. What are they going to say? Slowly, the goat clenched its massive fists together and raised them up high. What are you going to say? With a roar, Will slams into the goat with his body. Though its massive bulk bent back slightly, Will was still leaping into a death trap. However, if he hadn't done so, he would have been able to protect Delnor. The goat grabbed Will. It lifted up and held him high in the air. It was like a little kid showing off his favorite toy, waving it around.
お前の推理聞いてやら名推理が聞けて散れるならライトの最後にふさわしいだろ
It'd be a fitting end for a right. That's a good one. That's a good one. The goat's massive hands closed on Will like a vice. All the bones in Will's body were creaking.
聞かせろよお前の推理
Oh, come on. That's a boring response. Come on. Lazy goats.
何 それはどういう意味だ
Shit. Fuck. Oh no. Is he gonna get killed? I wonder who are these goats in the metaphor? That's who the goats are. Wait. So it wasn't an illusion, and it was a mystery. But now it's not a mystery; it's an illusion. Let's do it. Kill those goats. Will's head was lowered, so his face couldn't be seen. However, the arm of the goat that was holding him was shaking. The embrace of those log-sized arms with superhuman strength was slowly being pushed away by Will's shaking arms.
考えるだけ時間の無駄お前ミステリーを語ってその言葉を口にするのか
Get fucked!
ミステリーってのはな騎士道なんだよ自らの掲げた高潔なルールで挑む その姿勢を誇るもんなんだよ。勝てば卑怯でいいのか、どんなに気高く戦っても負ければ意味はないのか。勝ち負けじゃねえだろ。そう、戦う気高さを誇るもんだろ。
Will does not accept anyone who is not a team player. He will kill you if you do not follow the rules. The goat's arms were now widespread, and it looked as though Will was now the one pushing it back. Will's face was covered in shadow and could be seen.
お前のようなミステリーをする気もねえのにミステリーを語るやつがよ、俺は一番気に入られんだよ。
Will slammed his forehead into the goat's now unprotected head.
ミステリーを語るなら思考で戦う姿勢を誇れ。ミステリーを語るなら二度と思考の停止を誇らしげに語るんじゃね
え。Will hit it with his head over and over again. His forehead had been torn apart by the goat's fangs, but he kept hitting it. Van Dynanox may be behind the times, but the mystery genre does make progress with time, just like the world around it. However, there is one thing that never changes. That is pride. What is a knight proud of? Not victory. He's proud of his courage, which lets him stand up to anyone without fear. Will couldn't forgive the kind of coward who would turn tail from a fight and then brag about it. People call themselves mystery readers, but who have no pride are the only people Will just can't stand. The goat, unable to put up with this anymore, threw Will down to the floor. Then, he lifted his fist again, determined to crush Will to pieces.
キラ、お前は俺を叩き潰すだろう。だがそれはお前の勝利じゃねえ。お前は自らのプライドを自らの手で叩き潰すんだよ。
A fist like a cannonball swinging down towards him was the very last thing Will saw before he shut his eyes.
思考停止は
Oh. Oh shit.
このゲームじゃ敗北ってことになってるぜ。
Fowler smashed his fist into the goat's mouth, and smashed teeth bounced off the ceiling.
マトラ様。
思考停止ってことはミステリーであることを諦めたってことだぜ。ってことはお前にとってはこのゲームはファンタジーってことだな。
There's no median ground. Varro lifted up his arm. Realizing this was a signal, Lucifer and Chester double zero jumped.
思考を止めたならお前はもう舞台の上にいるべき役者じゃねえ。偉そうに語ってないで観覧席でポップコーンでも食ってろよ。
The goat lifted his fist again, then swung it down at Fowler like a hammer.
ファンタジーに屈したなら
ただの的でしかないに。
それはすなわち私たちの存在を認めるも同じということ。
敵識別を開始。魔法攻撃可能な個体を HMD にマーキング。
ファンタジーに屈服してる子は私たちが相手してあげる。
Golden punch?
推理があるならば我らが伺いましょう。
そういう輩は大歓迎だぜ。敬意を示して全力で受け止めてやら。
おっと、 しかしここはバトラ様の見せ場のようですな。
ミステリーもファンタジーもお前ら自慢のご考説をゆっくりと拝聴してえところだがな。しかし今回はお前らのゲームじゃない。お前ら未来のかけらがどんなに否定しようと俺は折れるわけにはいかねえんだよ。
Oh? A golden glint gathered in Balor's hand. It was so bright that the whole hall was bathed in gold. Golden butterflies fluttered about, as though the whole room was being swallowed up by the golden one. Balor lifted it, his golden longsword high. Oh shit, wait. So there's red blades and blue blades. Balor has a golden blade. Hold on.
ミステリーもファンタジーもレアとのゲームに挑む姿勢は大いに結構だ。歓迎もする。だがな、俺のこの最後のゲームの否定だけは絶対にさせねえ。眠る者の尊厳を傷つける不謹慎を知れ。
As slides of the gold longsword flooded the hall with a sea of golden light. Then the whole group of goats, clambering about the hall, turned into clouds of gold butterflies and scattered. Even so, only about 100 of them had been wiped out. Before long, the massive crowds of goats outside would probably come pouring in.
ガートルードたちの封印はもう少しだ。すまないが、もうしばらくここを持ちこたえてくれ。
もちろんだよバトラ卿。
それくらいしか私たちに見せ場はないし。
お前らも少しは戦ってもいいんだぞ。
だって
私たちは
司会者だし。
Oh my god. Their excessive blunt refusal drew a few strained smiles. However, it lessened the tension in the room just a bit.
バトル様、ここは私たちにお任せを。これ以上の侵食を許しはしません。そして私たちの誰も決してかけることはありません。
無論です。なぜなら私たちもバトラ卿のゲーム版の大切な駒なのですから。
The seven sisters of Purgatory, the Chiasu sister core, and everyone else nodded forcefully.
ああ、頼むぜみんな。エンジのための最後のゲーム絶対に守るぞ。
Hell yeah.
下はなんとか持ちこたえて。
黄金鏡の扉もゆっくりと開き続けているぞ。まだ時間がかかるがな。
I wonder how Gab and Ginzo are doing.
そういうわけだ。
So precious pieces. That is true.
俺たちも時間を稼がねえとな。
The sea of goats that covered the ground below was jostling about more and more. By now, even the sea surrounding the island had disappeared. The horizon was gone, and the chewed-up island was now floating on an eerie emptiness-like space. The goats that flooded the edges of Rokkenjima seemed to be spilling off the sides.
このゲーム版はもうおしまいだな。
ゲームマスターがいてコマが揃ってさえいれば、いつかゲーム版などまた広げられる。ゲームなど人が2人揃いさえすれば何だってできるのだからな。
そうだな。
Go to the Chapel Battler. Go to the Chapel Battler.
例のあれはどこへ隠した？
そうだ。礼拝堂。
You gotta get to the chapel.
礼拝堂はどうなってる？
まだ残っている。
The chapel looks like a white building floating in the pitch black sea of goats. Yes, this was strange. There was no way those goats, who consumed everything, would go out of their way to avoid just the chapel.
エンジはあそこだ。
Outside the chapel was a sea of goats. Very soon, the earth around the chapel would be eating away, and it would probably end up floating on nothingness. The rampage of the goats, as they devoured everything and recited the tragedies they had imagined, was truly making a lot of noise. However, none of that reached the inside of the chapel. Ange finally broke the magic seal on the entrance and stepped inside. The seal was supposed to be unbreakable by anyone. However, in the face of Ange Beatrice, Witch of Truth, the one who sought the truth and could sweep aside all forces that prevented her from finding it, no barrier was absolute. She just kind of disgusted to be in there.
あれね。
Oh shit. A single book, tightly locked, rested on the altar. It was the hidden diary that Shumia Eva had continued to write in, even in her later years. The book of the single truth. It was the one Fetherine had shown her in the world of 1998. This time, I have the key. I gripped the gold key that sat in my pocket. The key Oni-chan gave me. As I approached the altar, I saw that the Book of Single Truth was wrapped in a strange bending of the light.
レルンカステルの言っていたゲームマスターの封印とかいうやつね。
The Book of the Single Truth was sealed in something like a crystal. It was a seal made by the Game Master's authority. This was on a different level than the breakable magic seal in the chapel door. No matter how Ange used her power as a Witch of Truth, this couldn't be broken by anyone except the Game Master. However, this time, Valor wasn't the only Game Master.
悪いわね、お兄ちゃん。ベルンカステルだってゲームマスター。
Once the Burncastle turns around and says, "Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the permissions to open the seal. I'm just gonna let you suffer."
持って行って封印を解いてもらえばいいだけの話だわ。
Ange slowly approached the altar.
エンジェは素直にそなたの言うことを聞くだろうか。
俺の妹なら素直には聞かねえだろうな。
ならばどうする。
力ずくしかねえだろうぜ。
Alright, the battle between Valor and Ange is about to start. At that moment, a fierce impact hit the pair of them. Oh shit. Beato was flung away, and Valor was sealed inside a massive crystal that extended up to the heavens. Oh shit.
くそ、なんだこりゃ。
バトラー、なんだこれは。
It was a barrier, a massive cage of crystal. Valor was shut inside a crystal cage like a tower, so large that you had to look up to see the top.
ベアト、お前はエンジェを頼め。
そなたはどうする。これを一人で内側より破れるというのか。この結界は密室結界。誰がこんなものを。
俺に密室で挑もうとするやつなんて一人しかいねえぜ。どうやら最後の客がようやく到着したようだな。
エリカ！
まさか。
行け！エンジェを頼む！
Theoto left Balor to handle this on his own and headed for the chapel. Balor took a deep breath and smiled daringly.
待ってたぜ。退屈だったか？忘却の深淵とやらは。
It's Gremlin time. Balor's game board is probably going truth in itself. Hey, Michael finally made it to the stream. Hey, Massimiliano. The answer was a laugh. Yeah, that's right. That laugh is enough.
元気そうじゃねえか。
退屈ではありませんでした。
No?
だって信じてましたから。
だろうな。俺も信じてたぜ。
They both believed that they would face each other again. Oh, he went back to his normal clothes. Battler flung off the cape of the Territory Lord. It would only get in the way, and it would be a rude way to welcome his final guests.
あの暗い深淵は次にあなたに再会できたならどんなミステリーで戦ってやろうかと思案するには実にちょうどいい場所でした。
Oh shit.
この水晶の檻は俺たちの決闘のリングってわけか。逃げ場なしのチェーンデスマッチってわけだ。
思えば私たちいっつもチェーンの密室をめぐって戦ってましたね。
ならそうするか。まさにチェーンデスマッチってわけだ。
Hell yeah.
私に準備はありますが、あなたはどうです？
The trash talk is going insane today from Erika.
あるさ。言ったろ。俺も信じてたって。
At the same time, they both brandished their mysteries, sealing each other in a chain-closed room. Oh.
来い！フルドエリカ！
Oh shit.
楽しませてもらいますよ、バトラさん。
Sorry, but they brought back the Uru speech with Erika. Oh shit, it's this room again! At the same time, they were both sealed inside a closed room. They were both sealed inside a closed room locked with a chain. Of course, it was easy to set and unset the chain from the inside. However, stepping into their opponent's chain room would be difficult. They were fighting to the death with two chain closed rooms at once. There could be no better closed room duel for these two, who had battled with theories concerning chained rooms so often.
フルドエリカは自殺である、事故死である、病死である。他殺以外のあらゆる理由による死亡である。
Oh shit, it's about Erika's death.
自殺じゃないです、事故死じゃないです、病死じゃないです。ちゃんと私はあなたに殺されますよ、バトラさん。
How? Wait, is this the real Arika Fudo or the one that got sent to Oblivion?
扉の隙間よりの毒ガスによる殺害である。部屋に注水しての溺死である。部屋の空気を枯渇させての
Oh,
窒
it's about
息死
the
であ
closed
る。
rooms. Oh, okay. Yeah.
毒ガスではありません、溺死ではありません、窒息死でもありません。
Oh no, this might be about her death in real life? Because I know Erika Fudo was nearby. Oh my god, people are quoting the two.
密室殺人に毒ガス、溺死、窒息死。
おかしいだろ。面白いだろ。
グッと後ろ宮バトラは自殺である、事故死である、病死である。
今度はあんたの密室を試します。
They're trying to figure out who died in their closed rooms.
赤き真実、後宮バトラは視察である。狂気はない。背中にざっくりなんてどうだ。
Oh shit.
ぐっと古典密室はそうでなくては。
ならお前もやってみるか。
受けて立ちましょう、赤き真実。フルドエリカは視察である。狂気はナイフ、背中に。
You're just using the same murder method.
面白い。お前の密室ぶち破ってやる。
これは何のもの？
バトラは今所用で忙しい。しばしわらわがそなたの相手をしよう。
They had to seal the chapel with a closed room barrier. Wait. Oh, this was Battler's theme in the question arcs. I just realized that emote type was going on. Unless that brittle was smashed with blue truth, Angie wouldn't be able to leave. After shrugging impatiently, Angie finally faced Beato.
あんたと直接戦うのってこれが初めてなのかしら。
Hell yeah.
おや、そうなるか。よかろう。手合わせしよう。ただし、ここにはバトラはおらぬ。わらわはバトラがおらぬ。ちょいと手加減を忘れ
The
るの
trash
だ
talk's getting intense.
あら不思議ね。私もそういう将軍。
Fun fight.
完全なる密室にてそなたを殺した。窓も扉も他すべてのいかなる方法をもっても外部との出入りはできぬ。
付き合ってあげるわ、あんたのゲーム。復讐要求。
Umineko no naku頃に Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. Oh, damn. Damn. This chapter is getting into a lot of hype, actually. Like, there's a lot of energy coming from this. I'm excited. Who will we be starting off with next episode? Ooh, Featherine.
そこでですね。
Maybe not just Featherine, but people talking about the mystery of Rokkenjima. This will be for next stream, because I am at the end of today's stream time. Yeah, I usually try to end streams at about 4 p.m. EST my time, so there won't be any, you know, microphone opening part of the stream. However, I might make a YouTube short once I have it all set up. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining today's stream. Sorry that a part of it was dedicated to me waiting on a package, but this package should have arrived yesterday. I curse you, FedEx. I'm just glad that it's here. Actually, I'm just gonna see what the mic looks like. I'm not gonna set it up on stream, but at least gonna show the new mic for future streams, because I'm gonna be using my XLR cable stuff for it. Oh, they could have made this box a lot smaller. But yes, the AM88. It has a microphone stand with it. Oh, let's take a look what's inside. The fine ample game. Yep. This is definitely meant for streamers. Alright, let's take a look what's inside. Oh, this looks nice. Yep. This is gonna be a nice mic for me to use on stream. I'm gonna sleep right now. Do you plan to go for this evening? No, I'm ending it right here. Looks like a camera. It does actually look like a camera. Like, if I hang it up like this on my ceiling, it will look like a security cam. But yeah, no, I'm probably gonna be ending the stream in like a minute or so. I just wanted to show off the new mic that I was talking about all stream. Also, one of the pieces just flew off. Oh, there's a lot of pieces flying. Oh, I should not be moving around this too much because pieces are flying off. Okay. Gotta be very careful. Gotta be very careful with this one. Yep, it even has a port. It has a port for an XLR cable. Hell yeah. Alright, thank you everybody for watching today's stream. It was a very, very fun episode. I hope everyone had fun while watching. Holy crap. But yeah, thank you all for watching today, and I'll see you all in the next stream. My schedule's gonna be a little bit weird for the next few weeks, however, I will try to still stream weekly for Umineko. It's just that the time will be changing very soon. I just need to figure out how exactly my schedule will lie first before I announce the next stream date. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next stream.